Hello, hello. Good evening. How are you, brother? Just to quickly share with you, rather than just talk to you on the phone, I do a quick Zoom recording for you, easier. So this ESBI actually come from this book. This book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a book by called Robert T. Kiyosaki. So I think Chinese is called 富爸爸穷熊爸爸 or something like that, right? So rich dad poor dad lah. So it's the advice given by the rich dad and also the advice given by the poor father. So he has two fathers. So it's a lesson lah. So basically from this book, it comes this thing called the ESBI. This one is called a financial or called a cash flow quadrant. So it tells you how your money comes into our pocket lah, right? So all of us in our life, we will go through one of these quadrant. Some people never go through all, but some people do go through all. Like for example, myself, I go through all, right? So E stands for employee, S is self-employed, B is a business type, I is an investor, right? So this different segment, it will make money for you. Okay, so I'm going to run through a quick video before we go into the detail so you understand. So listen to the video first, very interesting.
E stands for employee, S stands for self-employed, small business, or specialist, like a doctor or lawyer, computer programmer. And S can do their job on their own. That's the difference. If you can do your job on your own, you're an S. If you need a job, you're an E. That's the difference here. B stands for big business, 500 employees or more, or I stands for inside investor. See, these guys, when they invest in the stock market, they're outsiders. When I invest, I want to be an insider. So the people with their retirement plans and all that, guys who invest with Warren Buffett, they're outsiders. I wanted to be an insider. So this is the big difference between thoughts and how you change. This here is poor dad. The words in his head were go to school, get a job, get a paycheck, and a retirement plan. And this was my poor mom. She wanted me to be a doctor. The problem was I kept flunking out of school. It's not very smart. And over here was my rich dad. So if you're going to change your thoughts, how do you change? You may want to consider making your changes here. This one is the hardest, by far the hardest, but they are the richest. They are the richest people on the earth. You know, like today, Steve Jobs, who dropped out of school, Apple just went to $2 trillion. He didn't finish school. Michael Dell didn't finish school. Zuckerberg didn't finish school. Walt Disney did not finish school. This is the hardest quadrant here. B stands for 500 employees or more, but also stands for the word brand. Apple is a brand. Disneyland is a brand. Tesla is a brand. Rich Dad is a brand. These guys, they want everything in their names, like Joe's Fish Company. It cannot explain. It's hard to expand if you're the worker. Again, an S can do their job on their own. These guys cannot.
Okay, so this very quick introduction explained to you what ESBI, what it stands for, right? And a lot of time, if you look at it over here again, right? So this ESBI, this is in Mandarin, so you can understand some of it, right? So basically, on the left quadrant, we call it the active income. That means, brother, you have to work to get money, man. You don't work, you're sick, you're hospitalized or whatever, right? You got no money, right? You got no income. You don't work, man. When you retire, you don't work, you got no income. So this is the what you call the active income quadrant. The other side is called the passive income. That means you have a system in place, whether you buy houses, you invest in business, you build business, or you invest in stocks or whatever. Even if you don't do anything, you will still got money coming in, one. So this is called passive income. You understand, right? So it takes a lot of time and effort to build this passive income up, but it can be built, right? So a lot of time people are stuck in the active income mode, E and the S, right? So for example, myself, last time I used to work for people. I was in an IT company. I work, right? After I work for people, I got salary, right? Then when I work for people, I always think I want to be my own boss. I want to be my own boss, right? So I come out and I do my own software company. All right, I have owned my software company. Then I thought I was in business, but actually I was in self-employed, right? So I own a business. My business, my group of people were software developer, programmer, and all that. Then I also have salespeople going to look for sales and all that. So I still have to work, right? But I have more time lah, more time flexibility, but I still have a lot of headache because I'm the boss ma. I have to think about how to get business lah, how to pay customer lah, how to chase payment, all of that I still have to do ma, right? So that's still, if I don't do, if I stay in hospital, then how? I got no income. Sometimes I cannot trust the people that do for me. So these are the issues of self-employed. So there is no leverage at all. Okay. So this typically people will move from E to S, right? They want to be their own boss. After they find, oh, very difficult, cannot do, then most of the time they go back to E again, go back and work for people again, right? So a lot of times, a lot of people fail. Okay, but not everybody fail. There are some people who also can succeed in self-employed. Like for example, insurance agent, unit trust agent, they can be very good. They can be very, but they are lone ranger. They're very good, or maybe in their team, right? But their income is also limited, right? Limited lah. So, but sometimes if it's big enough and they're happy with it, then that's fine. But the business cannot go very big, very global, like So these are the typical E and S quadrant. Okay. So for example, most of uptowners are all self-employed. Not uptowners, are A and I. Very, very, very popular today. A lot of fireworks. So a lot of the business owner people that we see are self-employed in BNI. Okay. Now we want to move to a very exciting quadrant called the B and the I. Right. So the B is called a business. So what kind of business is there? For example, big computer company like Apple, they are B quadrant, right? Which means today, if I am the CEO of Apple, I hire people, right? I move my operation to China, India, or whatever, right? I hire people there. So I'm the big boss. So this is my business, right? So I have a lot of passive income. I mean, I don't have to do all the work lah. There are people, employees who do for me. So today we cannot do that because we don't have the big capital or whatever, right? We cannot do that. So the second person who in the business quadrant is those that sell franchises, like for example the Mixue lah and all that, right? The Starbucks, right? The people who sell the franchises, they have a lot of money. They have very big business. They will sell you the franchise, they collect the money from you, you run the business, right? Then they go and set up a lot of franchises. So like 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, they give to Berjaya, right? So Berjaya is the one who opened in Malaysia, but the capital is 7-Eleven. So the 7-Eleven is the B quadrant thing. So that's number 2. Number 3 of the business in that is called network marketing, right? Network marketing, because you can grow a global network, right? So that is also the business in B. So it's a very interesting business because it gives you passive income, all right? And it's also a global opportunity, right? So hope you understand the difference between E, the S, the B, and the I. The I usually is when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of income, then you let people invest for you, right? Let people invest for you. You can have private bankers, you can private investor for you, right? And then they manage your money for you, lah, right? So it's money makes money, right? So whichever it is over the right side, that it takes a lot of capital and as well as to build this, right? So the benefit why I want to ask you to come for our convention, right? Is the new skin business is not what you understand as direct sales. A lot of people think, oh, direct sales, I don't want to do, but actually it is building this B quadrant business because the opportunity is global, it's very big, right? So if I tell you like this, you will not understand, right? So the whole idea is to bring you to have a look at what people and how people are earning money, right? You go and look and then you understand more. Oh, you like that one, you know what I mean? Rather than you, 哎呀，这个是 MLM 不要, you know, a lot of people are like that, right? So then they miss opportunity, right? So I think education is very, very important. Education is very important, all right? So as I mentioned, last time I was employee, I moved, I want to be my own boss. I do my business didn't succeed, I closed it, and then I went back to work again, you know, and then until finally I come into a new skin. I'm in the business quadrant lah. Okay, and then from here I'm able to build a bigger lah. Here is another way to look at ESBI, right? If today somebody is working, for example, last time you work in Singapore, you continue to work. Let's just say you tahan, you okay lah. So what will happen to you is your income will go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up until certain time when you retire, it will go back to zero. Why? Because when you retire, nobody's going to pay you any money, right? So this is an employment income graph. It looks like this one, right? It's the same everywhere. Like your girlfriend, today want to work. Work. If she say, oh, tomorrow, next month, I want to quit. What will happen? No more income, right? So there are some people who work until retirement, they say. Then how? What happened after retirement? No more income really. The good days, last time, some of them, they have pension. But now no more already. Now no more already. Unless you work for government lah, right? But for us Chinese and all that, cannot lah. We don't have, right? So this is employment. So most of the time people want to go and they go and look to build their own business. Like what your girlfriend's trying to do. Want to go and do this pet shop lah, go and do this bak kut teh lah, whatever shop. It's very normal one. People will do that one, right? Or they say, hey, I want to become a unit trust consultant. I want to become a insurance agent in real estate. I want to do all of this. So they go into what you call a self-employed. Self-employed is the same. Sometimes you got if you got business, it's big. No business, you go down to zero, right? So, but at the end of the day, when you stop working, also zero. You got no income. If today you're an insurance agent, you don't go and sell insurance, you also zero. You may have 6 months income, but after that, zero, no more. All right. So this is the problem with the self-employed. So there are people also say, I want to open restaurant, I want to open bistro and all that. Yes, also can. This one can also bring in money one, but it's also a lot of risk, right? A lot of risk because you want to open a restaurant, you have to put in a lot of capital, hire people, pay people, buy equipment, renovation, a lot of capital. So you always end up negative one. Before make money, you already spend money already. Okay, I stay in Hatamas, I see a lot of restaurants, new ones. After a few months, tutup. Why? No business, right? At first, they always think that, oh, the concept is good. Oh, I got no Thai restaurant here, open one. Open cannot tahan, tutup, right? So this is the danger of this type of income. So the opportunity of doing a global network income like New Skin it's like this, like this, right? Why is it like this? because it is a leverage income. Initially, very, very tough because you have to build the base. You have to build a base of user, you have to build a base of builders and all that, right? This one is not selling by yourself. It is not a one-man show. One-man show, you sure die. This is a teamwork in order to, what do you call it, develop franchises throughout Malaysia, throughout Southeast Asia, throughout the world, right? And then as when you have a lot of franchises, each and every buy one a little bit, boom, your income will go up. Okay? So this is the concept. Okay? So one question that you can start to think about yourself is this. If you continue to do what you are doing now, your role right now, will you achieve financial freedom? You ask yourself, will you have more time to spend? Will you be able to travel the world, buy the house you want, right? You continue your current job. If you cannot, then you may want to look for something else, right? Because actually, it is not a lot of time we are running after money, big money. I want to have the big money. Actually, what is more important is consistent money, not one lump sum big money, right? But how long can we continue to earn when we stop working? That is most important, right? So you always hear people say, yeah, if your money don't come in, you have to work till you die or something like that, right? So you got to find ways to create a passive income. Money keep coming in, right? Even you stop working, right? So that is called generating passive income versus doing active income. But today it is very difficult because our environment has changed a lot. So many challenges, AI lah, tariff lah, geopolitical lah, so many things. People want to get kena 炒魷魚 lah, lay off lah. It is no joke. It is real one. Okay? Not only in people doing, there's also a lot of people who employment all kena potong. Malaysia also kena, Jetstar, Singapore, Petronas, all kena, right? So retirement age is keep going up. Why? People have to work for money. Even though they retire, they got not enough money to spend. So that is a problem because their money stopped already. There are no more income coming in already. So the world is changing already. Are you catching up? Are you still looking for opportunity in the old way? Right? Or are you looking for making income in a new way? Which one are you looking at? Right? A lot of people, they are not taught how to look for money. They are not taught. The only thing, I work hard only. I work hard. I cari kang tao. I got one big bank. Wow. Then I go and invest. Wow, mana tao, I invest wrongly. Save all. I die. Right? So a lot of challenges, man. The life is like this. Right? But what we want is something that is stable, something for sure confirm win one. That's what we want. Lah. So what is a good business? A lot of people say, yo, what business should I open? Should I do this? Should I do that? Right? The best business, in our opinion, is how you can help people to solve their problem. If you can solve people's problem, like what you're doing, solving people's problem is very good. But your problem is only one particular problem to solve. How about the whole world? People's problem with health, people's problem with beauty, people's problem with looking for money. And you can help them do these three things. It's a good business, right? It's a good business. Now, of course, people will tell you, oh, MLM, no problem. As long as they know how to see the business, then it is a good business, right? Right. So the business for us is wellness, okay? Because nobody can say no to health. Nobody wants to be unhealthy. Nobody wants to get sick. The question now is how to stay healthy, how to stay younger longer. How do I know my supplement working? All of this they will be asking. And if you're able to give them a solution for that, you win, right? So you see, these are all data over here that shows that, the wellness market will boom, right, in 2027, all over the next coming years. And in 2028, it will be a 9 trillion. So it's a growing industry, right? So do not fall into the trap, say, oh, I don't want to do MLM lah, this lah, it's the same lah. You cannot say this. You must learn how to analyze and look at why this, why like that, right? That is more important. Okay, so what else? So the business we're in is weight management. You know that, right? So coming back to this ST25. So what is ST25? So ST25 stands for Success Together 25th Anniversary Global Convention. So Success Together is our agency, our team. Okay, we have been around for 25 years. All right, and what are we going to do for the event? What are we going to do? So we're going to do these few things today. The first thing when you come, we want to set for everybody is number one, you must have a clear strategy, right? Obviously, we're going to talk about business. Obviously, we're going to talk about building passive income, right? We want to do that, right? And we want to have a clear strategy, right? What is a strategy? Step-by-step plan, how to do. How is it possible to start this business? The second thing is we want to show you the community, the people who are doing this business already, the people who will help you to build the business, who are the mentors that are available, right? So these are the things, is our support system. You cannot do this business on your own. It is a teamwork. So you need to look at the type of teamwork that is being displayed by our group, right? And you look at the teamwork, you look at the coordination, you look at the energy, you feel it. And this is a community that will be very, very powerful. And the third one is you must have your vision. What is your why? These are all the things that we are doing. We are very excited. We know where we are going. So if you want to join us, why do you want? What is your why? What is your purpose? Right? So you need to have that. If you don't have it, it's okay. Through the convention, you will see what are the things that you can achieve, what your future will be like. Right? So maybe sometimes you thought, oh, can man? I don't think I can. I don't think I'm qualified. I got no experience. I cannot speak English. I cannot do this. This is, you cannot now, not you cannot in the future, right? So very important is your why. And the last one is you have to set your mindset for growth, right? Because in our business, is we call Success Together worldwide, right? We will definitely give the proven framework to work to grow the market, right? So for us, this is where we are heading. And this is what we're going to show during the convention. So two very things that we are going to talk about in the convention is also two new very what we call accelerator. One is before I show you the video first. Okay, so this is a video of the convention that's happening this weekend. All right. So as you can see, over the 3 days, we will show you what we are doing. Okay, so let me see. Okay, something wrong with the thing. Okay, wait, let me bring back the slide again. This one is not responding. Wait, yeah. Something wrong with this slide. Okay, well, the slide is sorting itself up. So what's happening is we are also going to be recognizing a few millionaires, right? Because 2025, right, full year is coming to an end. So we have quite a lot of recognition. All right. Problem with the screen sharing stop. Okay. Okay, come back to here. So we will also be having recognition of these pin titles, people who have achieved a certain level in the business. So the executive brand director is quite high up. There's a second level to the top, right? So this is also same as my level, but these are the new achievements, right? And then the next level, we're going to have the Circle of Excellence 1. So we are recognizing 5 accounts, 2 from Singapore, 1 Malaysia, 1 Indonesia, 1 China. These are the people who make more than 1 million US dollar income in the business. Then we also recognize 1 from Singapore, COE2. This account made more than 5 million US dollar income. I think it's been in the business less than about 10 years or so. Then the third one is COE3, who has made more than 10 million US dollar income. He's in the business for maybe about 20 years, right? So this shows you that the business can do long term and also earn a lot of passive income. Okay. So this business is about network, right? Like you don't sell personally, but you build network throughout the world. So example like 7-Eleven. Today, if I say Taiwan has 3,711 shops. They profit for one tea egg is only 50 cents. Per day, if they sell 100 egg, they only make 50 ringgit, $50 per day. Right? From tea eggs, it's very small. 50 cents only, they make 50 ringgit, $50. 1 month, they make 1,500. But there are 3,000 shops. So the revenue is 1 month profit, 4.5 million. A lot, no? 1 year profit, 54 million from selling tea egg. Right? So this shows you the power of network. Small things, but big number of users globally. Okay? So on our business also, we're talking about building global network. So we are very excited because India coming out. It's another big, huge network, right? And we also, India coming out, we also, because Success Together, we have been in business for 24 years, 25 years, and we're going to have this track record. We have built a lot of multimillionaires. We have a process, we have a duplicable model, and very good business support. Okay? Coaching, events, and all that. So we have proven. So these are a range of our millionaires, people who are 1, 2, 3, 4 globally in the world. They come from all over. I think in total we got about 200 plus, 200 to 300 accounts already globally. So what we have are all the tools, trainings, education process, all of this, we have it, right? So basically, if you don't know how to do, learn how to do, right? Whatever experience that you have in the past, that's good experience in the past. But this is the new world. Don't use the old bad experience and then block you, cannot see the new thing. Right? So that's why I ask you to come and take a look. Take a look only. Have a look and understand the new way people are doing. So get started. Okay? Very exciting I want to share is the TRME and our Prism IO. This is going to be very big. This one will let us know how is our health, right? And then how are we going to sell products with a money back guarantee. So it's going to be very strong. So today, if, oops, where's my slide? I didn't have one slide missing here. Never mind. So that's about it. That talks about ESBI, explaining about ESBI, why you should move from employee, self-employed to a business side. Why is it important to do that? Okay, and from a business side, learn how to do global franchising. Okay,